I predict that by 2027, that's a little less than 10 years, we'll overtake China. In
Nominal or PPP?
PPP.
Okay.
And
when nominal?
that is what really matters.
Yes.
And today we are number 3.
Yes. In PPP we're number 3. In nominal we're number 5.
Yeah, that's right. So purchasing power parity in the sense that the prices, you take a fixed price of one country and then evaluate all countries in the same price. Then you don't get inflation. Or, for instance, if you value haircut, when American prices, you will, the contribution, our GDP will be much more. So therefore, on the other hand, if you value American haircuts in Indian haircut prices, then their GDP will go down. So you have to have a fixed, that's what he means by PPP. And that's the most scientific concept. So we would overtake. Then the real growth is not having more capital, more labor. That's along the curve. And that is inherently subject to what they call as the law of diminishing returns. As you put more and more in, you get less and less returns. So the secret is you jump from curve to curve. And who jumps? The innovation that you introduce in your system. So that raises the productivity of your resources.
Value addition.
Yes, productivity of your system. And that is where Indians have got an innate capacity.
Yes.
And we proved it already in the United States. Google is headed by an Indian, I think. And Microsoft too. And I think the Queen of England is also going to be an Indian very soon. We are penetrating all over. The East India Company has been bought by Gujarati, by the way.
Yes, yes.
So we Indians have demonstrated tremendous capacity. In all this rotten educational system which doesn't promote risk-taking, question asking, even in that system we have produced so much change. So I think there will be a lot of changes in the education also. So if we focus on this huge, what we call as demographic dividend, which is young population below the age of 35 is 70% of our population. The average age of Indian is 26. Average age of Chinese is 35 because of that one child per family project. Americans 37, Europeans 46, and Japanese is 50. It's an aging population. This is a young population. And my view is that Mr. Modi, and I'm sure that if we get a second term, we'll do that. We need to mobilize, revolutionize our educational system. Yes. It's still the usual rote learning, memory, etc. Yeah. And that can be done if the alumni start opening universities. I don't want the government to open universities. Yeah. See, Harvard is opened by alumni. Columbia is by alumni. All the top universities of America are financed by and run by alumni. The government doesn't come in there at all. So that is what we need, that freedom to think. And the Chinese are no match for us because they don't have democracy. So they can do improved quality, they can imitate. But when it comes to thinking of new ways of doing things, that Indian has got that capacity. And Americans recognize that. I wouldn't be surprised all this that we are doing to our software engineers by visa restriction is America preparing for the long-term challenge that the United States will face from India.